So I'm actually in this rare opportunity where I actually got in a 4K movie in early in the mail. So let's do a review. Nerd Theory. So I'm here today to talk to you basically about Misery in 4K from Kino Lorber. Now, I do want to say right off the bat, after looking at the film and some of the special features, if you have the Scream Factory version of Misery, in terms of the special features, you're pretty much getting the same special features from the looks of it. So if you're looking for something new on the Kino Lorber, I don't think it's going to be anything on there new for you to watch. Having said that, there's also DTS 5.1 on the 4K disc, just like there was on the Scream Factory version that came out however many years ago at this point. And that's okay. The DTS is actually, it's pretty good overall. I mean, I like DTS. It'd been cool to have an Atmos track, but I don't know if this is really a movie that needs Atmos. With the DTS, it is very front heavy, with a lot of the music coming from the back speakers, and also when they're driving and you hear the tires slushing through the snow and all that. There was a couple of instances where it really utilized the back speakers. There's one part where one of the characters, Paul Sheldon, is on the floor and he kind of just swipes something away. Like I can't remember what it was, but it hits, when he swipes it, you could hear it hit the side of the room through the left speaker, I believe. So there are a couple of instances of that. Otherwise, you have a pretty front heavy audio with that. So with that, 5.1 DTS, just like the Scream Factory, but it still sounds good on the 4K disc alone. Now, let's just talk about the 4K a little bit, shall we? I'm going to be honest, when I started watching this, I was a little concerned because I realized, you know, when films are made, there's different film stock and all that, and grain, all that. And I'm not a grain hater by any stretch of the imagination. But at the beginning of the film, I got nervous because typically Kino Lorber, they don't do a bad job with their transfers, and I was worried that whatever this transfer was, which actually might be the 4K transfer from Shout Factory. I'm not 100% on that. I'm sure somebody will comment below and let me know. But at the beginning of the movie, when he's driving from the cabin, he's going through the snow and all that, it wasn't the greatest on my TV. Personally, it was a little blurry. But once the events happen, and then the Annie Wilkes character, you know, brings him to his home, spoiler alert, everything sharpens up like really fast. So that was a huge relief because I thought that's how the movie was going to look the entire time. That was not the case at all. There are a couple moments in the middle of the movie. One in particular was the dinner table scene. Seemed a little, I don't know, blurred a little bit. Maybe that's not the right word I'm looking for. But overall, besides a moment at the end, it's a pretty sharp transfer overall. There's just little moments at the beginning, somewhere in the middle of the film, and a little bit towards the end. There's a couple of scenes that were a little blurry, but still a great transfer. It's going to, I mean, if you get Misery in 4K from Kino Lorber, I believe that you're still getting the better version of Misery no matter what. Once again, it still may be the 4K transfer just put on a 4K disc from Shout Factory to Kino Lorber, but that's okay. I actually like this overall. I'm glad I bought it. I do think it's worth the price from Kino Lorber if you're a fan of Misery, and if you're, you know, obviously a fan of 4K. If you already have the Shout Factory Blu-ray, I'm not sure, because I don't have a copy of that myself, I'm not sure how much difference it's going to be. I'm sure like people like, you know, Films at Home would probably know that way more than I would. But in my personal opinion, it's still a great looking movie, especially with the 4K on it as well. Very smooth. You can see James Caan's pores, you know, when he's sweating and all that. Poor guy in that movie. But yeah, I'm going to give this a green light there. I think if you're a fan of this movie, I think it's worth the get. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please like, comment, all that good stuff. What do you want to see in 4K from Kino Lorber soon? I think they have like Invasion of the Body Snatchers is the next one, which I'm really looking forward to because I really like that movie. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. I'm Brian with Nerd Theory, and I'm out.